One final goodbye from my mother, April 5th, 1995. I was 5 years old, lying there watching TV. A normal Wednesday. When the phone rang, and it was panic in my grandmother's voice. She dropped the phone, frozen, still, haunted. Questions filled me, but was told, get dressed. I complied, but had questions. Only asked her back with, your mother, she's sick and we have to hurry. A heart too young to understand what forever meant when it meant without you. We rushed, started walking up Memorial Drive. The pace in my grandmother's steps, nearly running. Street lights blurred into tears I didn't know I remembered. My small legs running now, leaving everyone behind. This time, she didn't tell me to stop. This time, she understood why I was running. I ran to her. We arrived, what seemed like forever. The hospital walls were cold, painted with goodbyes and prayers too late to answer. But you were still holding on. Holding on for me. Holding on for us. I climbed into your bed, small legs shaking, my little body curled into yours like I always had. Not knowing this time would be the last. Your arms were weak, but your love, it wrapped around me like an eternity trying to fight death. I said, Mama, please stay. And your voice, barely above a breath, said, I can't. And just like that, you were gone. You died in my arms. My little arms. And I had died too a little. They say children are relentless. They say we forget. But they don't talk about the kind of memories that stay in your soul. They don't talk about the silence that screams for a lifetime. I remember everything. The smell of your skin. The weight of your body going still. The sounds of the monitors flatlining as if the world itself stopped breathing. I remember going home to a room that no longer knew your name, to toys that didn't matter anymore, to a world that expected me to grow without ever truly healing. And I did grow, but not in the way they wanted. I grew in grief. I grew in questions. I grew in shadows where light once lived. For years you came to me in dreams, barefoot in the kitchen, sunlight in your smile, like you never left, like time forgot to take you. I'll talk to you in my sleep. I listened for answers in your eyes. But when I was 8, you visited me one last time. You only spoke one last time. You're good now. Goodbye. And then you disappeared. Like dust in the wind. Like morning forgetting the moon. And I never seen you again. I kept waiting. Wishing. Begging the stars to bring you back. Even for a moment. Even in silence. I just wanted a moment. Searching for you in my dreams. But nothing came. And now I'm 36. Older than you ever got to be. With children of my own who carry your face like mirrors of the past. I never got to finish loving. They laugh like you. Smile like you. Sometimes when they fall asleep on my chest, I swear I could feel you there too. But I'm terrified. Terrified of leaving them behind. Terrified that the fate will repeat itself. That my babies will one day hold me close and ask me to stay. And I'll have to say, I can't. I wake up in cold sweats, some dreams that never come. I walk through life with the ache I've learned to wear like skin. No one talks about how grief never ages, how a 5-year-old's pain can still live inside of a grown woman's body like it never left. It's been 35 years. 35 Aprils. And everyone feels like a funeral that never ends. I've tried to find you in church pews, in songs, in old pictures faded and folded into too many tears. I've tried to hear you in lullabies, in wind, and the hush between heartbeats. But you've stayed gone. And I've stayed broken. Yet somehow, I've kept going. One foot in front of the other. Not because I'm strong, but because I had no other choice. Because your love still lingers in the part of me that won't give up. There's so much I want to ask you. Did you know you were dying? Were you afraid? Did you want more time? Do you see me now? Do you know that I made it? That I survived? That I built a life from the ruins of losing you? Do you know your grandbabies? They would have adored you. And you? You would have been their everything. I tell them about you sometimes. Not too much. Just enough for them to feel the woman who raised me in those 5 short years, but left an imprint no lifetime could erase. And now, after all this time, after all the tears and sleepless nights, I think I'm ready. Not to forget, never that, but to lay the grief down, to honor your memory with peace instead of pain, to breathe again without guilt. So, Mama, this is my one final goodbye. Not because I love you less, but because I finally understood how deep you love me. You stayed long enough just to say goodbye. Now it's my turn. Goodbye to the little girl still waiting. Goodbye to the aches that swallow my joy. Goodbye to the what ifs and the guilt and the fear. I will carry you in a way I mother, in a way I hold them tight, even when they sleep. Even the way I kiss their foreheads like you kissed mine. I am who I am because of you. Even in your absence, you shaped me. So goodbye, Mama. I love you forever, through every breath, every heartbeat, every moment I feared I'll fall apart. You were there. I can feel it now. We're good. We're whole. And this time, I know you heard me. One final goodbye. One everlasting love. And finally, peace.